Good morning, Dre Day. Good morning, Tina. Good morning, CDP. Good morning, Hershey. Good morning, Beverly. I hope you all are doing well. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you all. Hey, Hershey. So anyway, you all, this live is pretty candid. It's pretty straightforward. I see a lot of things are moving in the sector. Um, and I'm going to say this is why the sector will never be the same. And it's very simple. I was watching Binary this morning, and Binary was talking about a situation that happened with Ghetto Intellect. And I don't know why Ghetto Intellect is blocked. He should be blocked. So I got to unblock Ghetto Intellect, I guess, because he should be blocked. So let's just please don't block people. But so I was watching him. Then he started talking about pills in Duke Pharaoh. And he went into great detail about Duke Pharaoh leaving Florida, living in Texas, and living in a situation that's not the best. And I just started listening, and what's going on with Binary is saying that I'm looking for people who talk about the mess, but about other things and expanding their horizons. But Binary, to be honest, the sector as we know it is over. The sector as we know it is over. Um, Maybe people looking for content. Hershey, people looking for content. People looking for content. So I'm gonna just be honest, and I don't care about the numbers. The numbers outside of YouTube is what counts to me. But I'm gonna say people who got a lot to lose are not going to commingle with people who have nothing to lose. Some of these people are felons. They cannot make it any other way except YouTube. Their life revolves around YouTube because YouTube is the only thing that will give them power because they have power nowhere else. And this apparatus tends to give them power. They are not intelligent when it comes to having a conversation, even roasting and gagging. And because these people are so broken already that if you roast and gag them, they will dox you. They will do all sorts of things. Some of these people are not mentally well. When people try to start a petition for something that I'm not even vying for, but to hurt me, baby, you're not well. That's not usual. That's not sane. That's insane. That's insane. People calling folk mamas and the thing is, you all, people who have nothing to lose will cause you to lose everything. And again, some of these people on this apparatus, I would never want to meet. Never. And you can tell because their real life is intertwined in the beef sector. And I'm like, wow. And because that criminal element, that mental instability that fragile ego, that childhood trauma, come into the B sector. And a lot of these other sectors, you look and it's like, yeah, don't get me wrong, you all. There are some people who are really, really doing their thing outside of YouTube. But you notice they always get attacked. People always try to take what they have away because it makes them feel better. It makes them feel like they have power, not knowing that people who had a job like that, they have options to get another one. And I just look at the folk and the crowd that they come around. And the people who are most celebrated or viewed have some major, major issues. Either they're not working, they've been arrested, they've been in some kind of situation. They go all for broke for YouTube. They go all for they go for broke. And their power is their bullying tactics on YouTube. Oh, it's a lot of trauma bonding. And so, my nerdy, you're not going to be able to keep your foot in the beef sector as it's becoming and still try to be professional. And this is why I'm gracefully moving on. Because these people don't care about your career. They don't care about your family. They don't care anything about you. The only thing they care about is diminishing your value, hurting, because they're hurting. They're not progressing. They don't want you to progress. As long as you living with your mama, living off of food stamps, living in Section 8 housing, struggling, needing a bike, needing a phone, bedridden, have a hover round, maybe they could. Because it makes them feel better about what I guess they're going through. But please don't go and have a stable relationship and be able to go on trips and vacations because you think you're better than everybody then. Please don't have an education. And so when you look at people and when they always bring you up for stupid stuff, you gotta wonder what's going on. This is why I tell you all, if they upset with me, that's their problem. It ain't my problem. It ain't my problem. And that's why you try to help people, especially some of the same gender loving brothers, like that man on probation. I'm like, dude, get a job, move on, live your life. But when you get so wrapped up in the YouTube, and let me tell you something. This is why I tell you all, and I want you to hear me good. If somebody is drowning, baby, throw them a lifeline. Don't you go in there trying to get them. Because what they will do is hold on to you. And they'll drown you. And both of y'all be gone. Throw out the lifeline. And if they take the lifeline, fine. If they don't take the lifeline, oh well. But that's all you can do is throw out the lifeline. Throw out the lifeline. That used to be an old Pentecostal song. Someone ain't no way. Ooh, throw out the life. That's all you can do is throw out the lifeline. Throw out the lifeline. Don't you try to go in there. And you could be a strong, strong swimmer and still drown with these people. Oh, Maya, they can talk about you like a dog. But baby, hey, when you start clapping back, oh, we want to call somebody now. Because they're weak. And the only power they have is on YouTube. They don't have control of their lives. They don't have control over their situation. And this is why so many of them are so protective of YouTube and they're YouTube stars. And child, you ain't no YouTube star. You just on YouTube making a coin. I ain't no YouTube star. I'm on YouTube making a coin. Simple. That's it. That's all. But in some people, because they never had this many eyes on them, and they ain't never had attention like this before, oh, it goes to their head. And then they feel invincible and they can do what they want to do. And some people are skirting with danger. Because let me tell you something. Ain't nothing worth your freedom. Do you hear me? And especially in this administration, ain't nothing worth your freedom. And some of these people are skirting around with losing their freedom. So the beef sector will never be the same because it's dominated by people who have nothing to lose. And the people who have something to lose not going to sit around and commingle with these other folks. Good morning. Commingling with some of these people are like going to the dark web. You can go to the dark web if you want to. But baby, if you don't have the right VPN, and if you don't have a lot of stuff, baby, you will get caught up. And the dark web ain't nothing good. There's a difference between the web, the deep web, and the dark web. And the dark web are full of unscrupulous, thank you for the birthday wishes, players. And you can't negotiate with people who don't negotiate in good faith. Now, somebody told me that Pills had Duke Farrell on this channel and Duke Farrell porn bombed the man. But then my nerdy was saying that Duke Farrell got kicked out of somewhere in Florida. They said his woman went to jail. Lord have mercy. They said his woman went to jail, and I guess she was paying for everything, and he was escorted out, asked or demanded to leave. And so I guess the family had a place in Texas, a city of refuge, but the uncle ain't happy. And according to Nerdy, that the uncle is making some tactics to make it uncomfortable for Duke to stay there. Now, I don't know how true that is, but baby, see, again, just that story right there is enough for me to say, you know what, this ain't, no ma'am. That right there, that's a mess. Let me see, somebody said, morning, Jay Wilson, Castro jumped in Yolanda's chat last night, defending Tommy. Yolanda also admitted to calling the DA because Tommy was harassing Castro. IMO Castro. Let me say this. Let that boy do what he want to do. Excuse me. That grown man. Baby, you are a product of your environment. And if your environment has been toxic, unstable, abusive, then that's what you get. A lot of these people will not get free until they get some mental health. And I just, yeah. And please don't be doing it for clicks and views. Because again, that's where people who have nothing to lose will do anything. You mean to tell me that a man who has laid hands on you publicly, and again, that's why nobody don't want nobody like that. Because something is mentally not there when you will allow somebody to do you bodily harm, but yet you vigorously defend them. Chaba, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. I'm reading y'all comments. My question is, why folks upset about the black sector, but not upset with the Umar sector for entering the beef sector or Mo3 sector? Let me say this. I really don't care, Hershey, because it seems like it's a bunch of people that have some major issues, and you can see some trauma. Some people have been touched in their life physically. It's a lot of things going on. And you step away from that mess because it is dark web type mess. And people want to bring you in. And again, some of these people I would never hang with, because they're not stable. And it's sad. Let me say this. Okay, it's a busy, but if Castro's so desperate to go on Yolanda's channel, and you know Yolanda is going to do that, then why even go over there? See, again, Castro puts himself in predicaments by going places that he shouldn't go. Why go in the den of the beast if you know what's going to happen? I just don't get it. So he's just as at fault. You can't give people anything unless close the oven door, baby. Stop giving the situation oxygen. But no, he keeps giving the situation oxygen. So he's giving her the fuel. Stop giving her the fuel. Cut the fuel off. Sit your ass down somewhere and talk about something different. But as long as you talk about that man, the more people are going to talk about your situation. So it ain't only Yolanda. You just can't blame Yolanda. It takes two. It really takes two. Well, y'all like it though, because you all sit there and watch it. You sit there and watch the play. Let me tell y'all something. I haven't watched Lemon in so long because you just get tired of the mess. It's just like, okay, this is so Tubi. Okay, it ain't even Hulu TV, baby. It's Tubi. It's cozy. Okay, it's like, really? Thank you, Lady Sparkles. Somebody said good morning. Hershey, where have you been? Minority and Shakim came in the beef sector. People gave them hell. I know because I follow Minority over here from the Umar sector. To be honest, a lot of people playing in each other's face. Yeah, yes, Castro ignored people. He's not. Divine, that's not the reason she called Tom. She called his prosecutor several reasons, and she said it last night. Okay, his words. I hit Tommy too. Divine, ain't that something? Ain't that something, Divine? Ain't that something? These hoes sick. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Woo! Don't tell me no more. I'm reading y'all comments. Let me say this, you all. This is the thing. I don't care what anyone says. The B sector consisted of the LGBTQIA community and straight women. We know how the B sector formed. We know that we was roasting and gagging the girls down. We knew that. Now, somebody thought it would be cute to be missionaries and go to these foreign lands and bring back these foreign men because they thought they was cute. And the men were, and I'm just being real, the men were attacking gay men. Then they came for the lesbian women, and folk were kikiing. And while we were getting attacked, that junk was cute. Because obviously the girls had a problem with boys coming for them. But yet, they were so fixated on these men. And it was cute until the men turned on them. And when the men turned on them, then it became a problem. Then we want the gay men to protect the women in the B sector. Now, somebody did. I said, hell no. You done turned the dogs loose on the boys. Now you want the boys to come get the dogs. Where they do that at? And baby, it's been held ever since. It's been held ever since. Lemon ain't the only one. Lemon is not the only one. Let's be very clear. Lemon was still with Sir King when a lot of these people were doing what they were doing. And see, we want to blame all of this stuff on Lemon. Oh, hell no. No, Lemon was in his last throes with Sir King when all of these foreigners came over because these missionary women, cootie cat was wet, and they brought these men over. Oh, I remember when they was clicking on links, trying to get on everybody's link. Oh, they were buying memberships from all of these people. And then those same men start turning on those women. Oh, I remember it. Sat back and watched. It wasn't only Lemon. Lemon may have done it after the fact, but Lemon was on Sir King when some of this stuff was going on. Y'all just don't get it. Is that Shade, Pedro J. Wilson? I love Nene, baby. Okay. And some of the people watching in disbelief because they can't believe that somebody would do something like this. But a lot of people are watching because maybe it makes them feel good. Somebody said it was fresh pea. Okay? And let me tell you about that. I heard Suge talk about Claudiva like a dog. And then when I saw that cola situation with that Mo3, I said any woman in the beef sector who would date or get with these guys, they're going to try to use, because I knew it. Let me say this, you all. What I got from the Cola Nix thing, these men had problems with their mamas. Because I guess their mom was the authoritarian figure or what have you. They love women with authority, but their whole goal is to break them down and make them subservient to them. They love the power, but then they want to control the woman with the power. And their whole goal is to make women who got something going on for themselves look stupid. And a lot of women in the beef sector were rolling. They were balling. So these guys come over, make the women in the beef sector look stupid. And again, you fight with gay men, the only thing you doing is trading barbs. We roasting and gagging. But no, they're going a step deeper. They're playing with your emotions. They're playing with your, they playing in your face. They playing with your, for JJ, they playing with you. Because you think you got something with them. And then at the end of the day, you find out you was just content. And that's why I'm always skeptical of beef sector women dealing with somebody outside the beef sector, because the pattern has always been to love bomb these women. We really don't love them, but we love their numbers. We love what they can do for us. And then at the end of the day, we talk about them like a dog. Like I said, I don't have nothing against Claudiva, but how Suge talked about Claudiva, I was like, wow. And then I asked him, I'm like, well, if she was that bad and she was what you wanted, why did you sleep with her? And he said that she still owe him payments on his services. I'm like, OMG. And that's why we didn't get along, because I'm like, well, you're trying to make her look bad, but it takes two. I saw that a long time ago. And it happens over and over and over again. You see it, you know what's going to happen, and it continues to happen. Of course. They so easily let them in. They building a base. They ain't trying. I'm just sitting here looking. I'm reading y'all comments. Baby, she said, once the roaches get in your house, baby. Ooh, Hershey chocolate. I've been saying that, Ebony. I mean, I've been saying that. I've been saying that. I've been saying that. And every time these women get caught up in this mess, I've been saying it. I've been saying it. I've been saying it. Y'all just gotta, y'all look. It is what it is. And don't get me wrong. People will come into the beat sector new, but they knew, you know. But again, old head said we done did what we need to do, and I'm just sitting here watching. I'm reading y'all comments. Let me say this. I would let them say what they had to say, but most of it was homophobic, and most of it was gaslighting, and you can see that from a mile away. So you couldn't really build nothing with me because I'm like, if you bull crap, I can see it. Oh Lord, Rob Rack interview with Snoop. They say Snoop was crying for something today. Living as a useful idiot. Huh? I ain't say no name, but baby, honey, it's a lot, girl. It's a lot of licks on here. It's a lot of licks. My. People getting all gooped. Honey, people making you feel. You make me feel like a natural fool. Because, baby, these boys don't care nothing about y'all. They just care about the clicks and views. And some of the women don't care about y'all either. I'm just being real. Girl, I know you lying to me. Leave me alone. Not $250. I don't have nothing to say. I don't even have nothing to say. I don't have nothing to say. I'm moving right along. I don't know most of the new people. Like this Mia lady, don't know her. I just don't know a lot of these. They don't bring anything but confusion, chaos, doxing, all of that. My ordinary stuff came in, y'all. So this is my salic acid, my ordinary. So I use ordinary products. This is my retinol. Now let me see what this one is, y'all. And my hyaluronic acid. Hershey, yep, that's what's happening. But guess what? They found out. Well, they gonna see, baby. If anybody look, it doesn't matter. A lot of them were doing it. A lot of them were doing it. Baby, it's a lot of things going on. Uh, see, and they're gonna destroy this one. That's why I'm sitting here and watch. Um, yeah, but again, a lot of these people we were getting to know, but like I said, I didn't host a whole lot of folks. I would let people come on the channel because I wanted to see what they were about, and they would come on the channel. And once I knew what they were about, I'm like, mm-mm, mm-mm. Because again, you all, QB came on the channel. QB was funny as hell. Now QB may have been here already, but QB was funny as hell. So the people who I looked for were funny. They didn't bring junk. They brought humor and laughter. These people weren't bringing that. They were bringing mass chaos, homophobia, any phobia they were bringing. It may be, I don't know, baby. I don't know how these people came over. Well, back in the day, in the B sector, you would kind of become a subby, a vocal subby, then a wrench holding subby, and then you would become a content creator. You knew what was going on in the sector. You knew the moves. Well, she might be smart. They picking at her right now, but Mia may have a life outside of YouTube, and they can't stand pretty women. If you pretty woman, baby, they really don't like you. Yep, yep, that's what they do. I'm just sitting here watching. I just think it's really interesting. Oh yeah, oh yeah, no different, no different. I'm reading y'all comments. Hey, what's going on? I'm reading y'all comments. Okay, Pastor, did you see my son had crashed out over Ken last night? She called his wife, Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. I just really want y'all to look at these people's lives. I mean, again, Binarity, you ain't gonna be able to stay long, and I'm gonna tell you why Binarity. Because it seems like you have a life. It seems like you have a stable household outside of YouTube. And again, Binarity, for the mere fact that you have something, people are not going to be satisfied until you lose it, because that's what they do. you know, um, hauling jobs and stuff. And the sad part about it, it has not helped those people one instant, one iota. It may make them feel good for the moment, but it don't help them. And again, you can tell the powerless because they do the most heinous, awful things. And you can tell that they're powerless because that's what powerless people do. That's how they operate. Don't have no power outside of YouTube. A lot of people are angry. I'm telling you, it's a mess. It's a mess. Ain't nothing on YouTube has made me so angry that I want to go and fight somebody or want to do something that's against the law and everything. And there has been a lot of things done, but again, it has not stopped my bag. It has not stopped me from doing what I need to do. Some things are worse than others, but let me tell you something. God got a way of evening the playing field. And like I said, hold your peace and let the Lord fight your battle. Vengeance is mine, said the Lord, and I will repay. I don't believe in no voodoo stuff. I come on, roast gag, and move on. I don't do all of this foolishness, and we move right along. Some of these people I don't even mention anymore because I don't even watch them. And that's the truth. That is the truth. But when you don't have nothing else, that's what you do. And then you try to manufacture stuff, and then you try to poke and prod folk, and some people you just don't even recognize anymore. It's like, okay, they still talk about me. All right, you move right along, because at the end of the day, nothing that those people are doing are stopping anything over here. And you gotta realize, and this is what I keep on telling: why sit there and fight with people who you don't know? Why sit there and worry about people who don't do nothing for you? Don't pay no bills. Don't none of that. You gotta learn how to move on and just let this be a show. But I'm looking at some of these people and I'm like, wow, I don't know how binary got that information about Duke, but it doesn't paint a good picture of him. The woman went to jail, allegedly. That was the source of income. The source of income ain't there no more. So when there's no source of income and you ain't working, for whatever reason, because some people may not be able to work, I don't know. But now, Bonner said that they removed you or forcibly told you to leave the premises and family compound in Texas, but your uncle, according to Bonner, is not too pleased. True or not, but these ain't 18-year-old men. These are not 20-year-old men. These people in their mid-30s, touching on 40. That's some deep shit. Well, I can't tell you how sectors. I was good. And people always tell me, you need to expand. Baby, I'm not trying to be a star. I'm just trying to make this little money and move on because I got stuff outside of YouTube. People don't understand that the entertainment industry is not good to people. And if you knew how it worked, how many major YouTubers got big, started having celebrities on their panel, and they no longer are the same people that you recognize. Because once corporate gets to it, once money really starts flowing, you can't be the same. You can't be that same person. Period. Wow. I didn't know that, Cutie Pie. I didn't know that. Well, my nerdy said it was, but baby, I didn't know all that. And again, people be setting themselves up, and you don't know these people. Some of these people are dark, and they're not mentally well. Yeah, I don't bother him either. That's another mentally unstable person. I just don't go into mentally unstable places, and that's another person. You done tape your grandmama whole fume. We no no. I can't tell you. I couldn't tell you, and don't care. Tasha K did not come from the beef sector a lot. Sorry about that. Tasha K's been on my channel about 2 or 3 K and T.S. Madison. Those people grew up around the beef sector. Again, the beef sector was really big with the Tasha K, Lovely T. We were there for a lot of stuff. We were there, and this is how the beef kind of got started. Now to think about it, it was a lot of stuff. But the beef sector was in a lot of things. The beef sector has history. The beef sector has history. The beef sector was there for the T.S. Madison and Kaya blow up. We were there. One of our own, Duchess Kelly Love, made it to the Queen's Court. T.S. Madison would come on platforms. I mean, this is why Shelley and VS kind of split, because Shelley was really big with T.S. Madison, and this happened in Virginia at the Broadway. and somebody said it was chicken bones on the floor and chicken bones everywhere. And then it got deep because somebody said that T.S. Madison and Funky Dineva allegedly was doing that booger sugar. And T.S. Madison and Funky Dineva came on and addressed the situation. Okay. Then you had Alexander Rogers. So the beef sector, we used to watch a lot of people. We were there when Tasha K made the mistake to say that she believed Star over what's her name? Cardi B. So the Cardi B situation was big. And I kept on telling Tasha K that, girl, you messing with that records property. They don't play. I couldn't understand how Star Marie could remember every part of Cardi B's body, but she couldn't remember the street that she lived on. And I lived in New York for a hot minute and know every street and every building that I lived in, but I didn't get that. So it was a lot of stuff. So the beef sector really evolved around those things, a lot of stuff. And so, yeah, the beef sector was so full. And again, y'all got to realize we were doing stuff that other sectors weren't doing. We were doing trips. We were doing meet and greets. We were doing all of this kind of stuff. And a lot of people came over and was like, ooh, look at this. Look at this. Yeah. So it's changed. It's changed. It's changed. The sector has changed. Um, yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fridge nabbing somebody. Oh, Lord, leave me alone. Oh, leave me alone. They say, oh, Jesus. Yeah, it was that were happening in the sector at the time. At the end of the day, it is what it is. People who have nothing to lose will cause you to lose everything. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Mm. Y'all, I just saw something, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. All I'm going to say is show up for work. All I'm going to say is show up for work. Don't have an excuse to be out all the time. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Show up for work. If you have children in high school, you need to let them suckers know that a cold does not warrant for me staying home with you. I'm going to leave it at that. I understand why people lose jobs. Show up for work. Show up. That's all I'm going to say. Leave your drama at home. Can I say something? People at work ain't your friends either. And if you do have friends, you better know who they are. Because baby, leave your personal business at home. Because YouTube ain't no different from work. A lot of people ain't getting no promotions on their job because of some foolery. I'm saying this, maybe it's gonna help somebody. This is gonna help somebody. You need to be guarded whatever you talk about at work. Because you can say something about somebody and y'all coming up for a promotion and casually somebody says something and you don't get the job and you find out why later on. Y'all be careful on these jobs. Be careful on these jobs. It's a lot going on, y'all. And let me say this. The economy in San Antonio is really not that bad, but in other places, baby, you better keep your job. You hear me? You better keep your job. My heart goes out to the TSA people. Um, TSA, I don't blame you. You got to take care of you. People selling blood at the plasma bank to make ends meet, but yet Homeland Security and ICE getting paid. Let me say this real quickly. Republicans do the right thing. Nobody is going to sign that Save the Vote Act. That is not saving the vote. That's making the vote more difficult. And this is all Donald Trump's fault. And let me say this. Donald Trump, y'all just lost a district in Florida where your home sits in Mar-a-Lago. That should be a wake-up call. And this is the reason why that man wants that bill to pass, because they want to cheat. They want to cheat. They want to cheat. They want to cheat. So TSA, it ain't the Democrats. No, it ain't the Democrats. I'm going to leave it at that. Oh, Lord, leave me alone is going off. Oh, my God. Let me say this, y'all. If you got a trip, baby, you got to be there 7 hours. Baby, you almost hit that car. You almost hit that car, boo. You almost hit that car. Almost hit that Mercedes Benz in the back. Oh, he cussing his daddy out. What is wrong with this boy? Oh my God, what is wrong with this boy? See, this is why people be getting unalive. This little boy, I don't know if he's a teenager or not, He is cursing his daddy out in this car. Like he about to hit this old man. I'm sorry. Baby, people got issues. Okay, these people got issues. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No, I can't show it. I can't show it, Lord, because I ain't gonna try to dox myself. See, so you be trying to show stuff, honey. These people be doxing you. My. Fridge Nat said, I'm 27 and don't drink. Run another narrative. Oh Lord, Lord, what's going on? Baby, let me tell you something. I wish I would have yelled at my mama or my daddy in a car. Baby, they would have stopped that car. They would have went on the other side of that car, and baby, it would have been on and popping on Interstate 95. Baby, them people didn't play that. Them people didn't play that. So some people think that this is Ness. I don't know. This person say they are not Ness. They said that Ness and somebody is living rent free in Hershey and Fridge Nat's mind. And Hershey is, not, but they say it's Ness. The person say I am not Ness. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. People are fighting. They are woo banging down here in the chat. My. Hershey, what's going on? Oh, Hershey said the link is dropped. Go up. Go up. Castro, I'm going to tell you like I'm going to tell Tommy. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. God can handle it better than you can. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Oh, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Oh, leave it alone. God can handle it better than you can. Leave it alone. Oh, leave it alone. Talk about me just as much as you please. The more you talk, the more I'm bending knees. God can handle it better than you can. Leave it alone. Oh, leave it alone. Oh, leave it alone. Oh, leave it alone. Oh, leave it alone. God can handle it better than you can. Leave it alone. Leave it alone, Castro. Leave it alone. Because you're going to find yourself with an ankle monitor on your ankles. Leave it alone. Oh, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Oh, leave it alone. Oh, God can handle it better than you can. Leave it alone. Oh, leave it alone. Sometimes up, ooh, sometimes down, ooh, sometimes level to the ground. God can handle it better than you can. Leave it alone. Oh, leave it alone. Oh, baby, I feel that. Leave it alone. 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 Oh, leave it alone. I felt that in my spirit. Ooh, that song came up right here. It's right here. Through the years, I keep on toiling through the storm and rain. Come on now. I'm coming, Lord. Write my name in your holy word. When those gates swang open, Lord Jesus. My. When obstruction comes my way, who shall I turn? When I can't tell my night from day, who shall I turn, oh Lord? Take forth thy mighty hand. Rescue should I say. Father, I know you can. Please lead the way. When violent tears fill my eyes, who shall I turn? When I can't face this world with a smile. Come on. I come to Jesus. It's from your blood. It's from your blood. We see and believe. Come on. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Have you any rivers that you think are uncrossable? And have you any mountains that you can't follow through? Oh, God specializes. Come on now. Come on, y'all don't know nothing about that. In this old life of mine, I have many ups and downs. I know someday it will be over. I'm going home. I know to get my crown. I had my share of ups and downs. I've been abused, false accused of so many things. I know I did not do. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. When will I see you again? When will we meet? Come on, Ken Spiritual. Again. Sometimes I don't want, come on now, anything to eat and I can't sleep. I just can't sleep. I toss and turn all night long. Sometimes I lay awake at night and I wonder why. I wonder why. Why my heart again? Will I see you again? Will we meet? Y'all ain't ready for that, Canton. Again. Come on now. Trouble in my way, trouble in my way. I got to cry sometimes, I got to cry sometimes. I know Jesus, he will fix it. Baby, it's a lot of fixing. It's a lot of fixing. If in your life there is something missing, I know God will fix it. Okay, y'all. Ooh. My. It's a lot of things going on. It's a lot of things going on. Ooh, Lord. Jesus can work it out if you let him. Jesus can work it out. That problem that I had, I seem I couldn't solve. Well, I prayed and I prayed, but I just kept getting involved. But I gave it over to Jesus. and I stopped worrying about it. I gave it over to the Lord. He worked it out. Oh, that pain that would not move. I had to take it to the upper room. Hey, that problem that I bore. I said, Lord, how much more? Then I gave it over to you. What'd you do? I gave it over to you. What? I gave it over to you. Hey, and I stopped worrying about it. I stopped worrying about it. Hey, I gave it over to the Lord. He works it out. Oh, work it out. How you gonna pay your rent with all your money spent? Hey, the little bit to buy some food. The baby need a new pair of shoes. I heard you got a light bill due. I heard you got a gas bill due. Hey, I heard you got a gas bill due. Oh, I heard you got a gas bill due. What? Telephone disconnect. I heard it. Telephone disconnect. Waiting for the next paycheck. Waiting for the next settlement. I tell you what you ought to do. I'm a witness. He'll see you through. Hey, didn't he work out? Baby, it's a lot. Baby, people need to give it over to Jesus and Jehovah, and he will work it out. My. Job was sick so long till the flesh fell from Job's bones. Job's wife, counting and cheering. Everything Job was gone. Job's wife came running to him with the evil all in her eye. Job, you've been sick so long. Job, you've been sick so long. Job, you've been sick so long. Curse your God and die. Job looked at the woman, looked up at the sky. Job looked at the woman, looked up at the sky. He said, woman, you sound foolish. You don't sound like my wife. Hey, I don't have no doubt that the Lord's going to work it out. Baby, don't get me started. Didn't he work it out? Didn't he work? You better tell the Lord he'll work it out. Don't tell me. Castro, tell the Lord he'll work it out. Tell the Lord. But Castro, I heard that you up here defending this man. You better sit your little narrow ass down before you go to jail. Now work that out. Have Jesus to have you to keep your mouth shut and stop incriminating yourself. Okay? You over there on Yolanda's channel. What's wrong with you? Don't you have some Easter baskets to make? Oh my God. Don't you have some pepper steak and gravy with some rice to make? Y'all do some crazy stuff. Leave that man alone. Move on. Stop. Everything ain't content. Now your boy already on probation. You don't want to be on probation. Now you hate to talk to people like this, but some people don't know nothing but roughness. Okay, they don't know reason. You gotta talk to them because they don't know. Ugh. And it's given that you like abuse. It's given that you like this mess. I'm like, okay, you ain't Penny on good times. No, mama. No, mama. What did I tell you, Penny? Okay, baby, this ain't good times. What's wrong with you? And this man done cracked you upside the head with a broom. And then, what that thing? The wheel lock on this thing. Had your head bleeding. Leave this person alone. Do you think that this person is a sane, safe person? Step away from this. What's the use of sharing this one and only life? In misery and strife, you'll count up the years, and they will be filled with tears. makes up to start over again. You'll have the babies, but you won't have your man. While he's loving every person that he can. Uh-huh. I said I was gonna leave him 1,000 times a day. Easier said than done, but it just got in the way. Ooh, young heart, run free. Never be caught up like my man and me. My man and me. Young heart, to yourself be true. Don't be no fool when love really don't love you. Don't love you. Y'all better listen to Candy. Candy was trying to tell you something. Candy was trying to tell you something in that first stanza. Okay? Candy was trying to let you know. Listen to Candy. Don't be no fool when love really don't love you. To yourself be true. She said, self-preservation is what's really going on today. Meaning you better take care of yourself. My. I felt that in the spirit, Castro. That's a word for you. That's a word for you. That's a word for you. You busy worried about everybody else's relationship, but yet, baby, look, no black eyes here, no hickey knots on my head. Baby, that's foolery. That's foolery. And then you over that lady channel. And I ain't mad at you, Lord, because if you crazy enough to click her link, then you crazy enough to be looking crazy. That man done beat you. Like Mister and Silly. How he got on top of me? You ain't my mammy. Okay? Sure got talent. She can sing. My. I sat in that jail. I sat in that jail. But I thought you in that storm, Miss Silly, and you helped me. Because I knew there was a God. I knew there was a God. Thank you, Miss Silly. Because I was feeling mighty low. Y'all don't know me no more. Baby. I don't know why I'm doing color purple. I may be black. But I'm here. My. Oh, my God. I knew there was a God. And I want to thank you, Miss Silly. Ooh, Mary Agnes, who gives a damn? How that man say, Mary Agnes, who gives a damn? Come on, Caesar. Ooh, come on, color purple. Sisters, something on my mind. Sisters, with two of a kind of My. I don't know why I'm feeling color purple right now. But anyway, Castro, please don't find yourself in that situation. Please move on. Okay? Move. It's done. It's over. Let that person be in their situation, be in yours. But stop going on people's channels trying to relive this thing before you go to jail. Anyway, what else is going on, y'all? I guess nothing else ain't going on. But I said what I said. I just don't have time to be dealing with dysfunctional folk. I mean, it gets to the point where, gosh, are you going to learn? You know, and this stuff is real. That man being on probation is real. That ain't play stuff. That's real. That's real. You know? And then they want to blame everybody for stuff that they went through, but people told y'all, people gave y'all warning. People like, hey, take that off. Y'all, it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. It's a lot of things on the YouTube BSEC channel that ain't going to end well. It's not going to end well. People think that being nasty and starting mess is the way to go. It's not going to end well. It's not going to end well in this season. It's not going to end well. It's not. Because in order to keep the person in the ditch, you got to stay down there with them. And I'm telling you, you're going to get soiled just like they get soiled. I'm telling you, it's not going to end up well. I'm just being real, y'all. And a lot of people don't went through some embarrassing moments, and they want people to relive the embarrassing moments. I'm telling you, it's just not going to end well. What's up, Sabrina? Hey, Sabrina. Girl, I may not have been seeing you. I'm seeing you now, though. What's up? Hey, Sabrina, I saw you. Girl, I saw you, Sabrina. What's up, Angel Fish? If y'all just coming in, yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, I'm doing what I got to do. What's up, Sabrina? Baby, it's a lot going on these streets, but y'all, the stuff that's going on is really bad. So now, I saw Queen 88 showing somebody fighting in Dallas. What is going on? What is going on? So, she put up her phone, and it seemed like it was a city worker. Yeah, you coming from the gym? Okay, I think I'm going to give. Okay, come on, flounder. Make sure you fry it extra hard. Y'all, I cannot eat saltfish, and it has to be fried, and I gotta have a bunch of tartar sauce. It's something about fish I can't. It's the texture, and then it's the flavor. Me and fish just ugh. It's really interesting, but anyway. Well, I think she was showing somebody fighting. I think she was showing somebody fighting. I don't know who it was, but I caught a glimpse of it. I think she was showing somebody fighting. Y'all, this traffic is so bad. I am 5 minutes away from my job in San Antonio and gotta sit here because this traffic is so bad. Let me say this, you all. There's some seafood that I can eat. I can eat lobster. I can eat scallops. I cannot stand crabs unless they're fried. Um, Fish depends on how it's breaded, how it's seasoned. I cannot do salmon at all unless it's smoked on bagels. I'm really picky when it comes to seafood. And I'm from Florida, y'all. I can eat shrimp fried. I'm not a big fan of boiled shrimp but I can do it fried. And let me tell you the fish that I can eat. It's the cheap stuff. It's the Captain D's and Red Lobster stuff. The Captain D's, the Long John Silver stuff that I can eat. And if I get some from McDonald's, it has to be hard. And the reason why I can eat that is because it doesn't have the fishy taste to it. But if it tastes like seawater or fish, I'm done. I can't. That's why I can't do seafood gumbo. So when I was looking at Tina Knowles gumbo with that crab leg in there, I'm like, ooh. So anyway, y'all. But what else is going on? What else is going on, y'all? Yeah, I had a chance to catch a little bit of binarities, and when they was talking about the Duke situation, so I didn't know that he had porn bomb pills. They said Krista kind of set it up. They say Krista kind of set it up. Now I don't know because Krista didn't porn bomb her, but they said that she was an accessory. You know what I'm saying? Because her relationship with Duke, they said she was an accessory. But they said that he came up on Pill's channel, Pill's left, and that boy did all kind of manner of evil on that man's channel. Oh well. And then Binary was being messy. He was. Binary was being messy now. He was saying that how could you trust this man? And then he said this man don't have nothing to lose. And then Binary went in and said how the man was evicted from his place in Florida. Now he living with his uncle at the family compound, and the uncle ain't too happy. Baby, these supposed to be knowing folk business. I'm like, damn. There's a lot of things going on. A whole lot of things going on. Okay, you're gonna let me through. Thank you, thank you. You gonna let me through? Thank you, thank you, thank you. You gonna let me through? Hold on for a minute, y'all. Cause these people acting crazy. They act like she don't want me to go through. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, boo. Oh, thank you. Hey, babe. Ooh, they driving. They driving roughshod over here. My. Come on, you going? Okay, lady. Could you please go? Thank you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Child, let me hear him get. Let me hear him get to this job, baby, because these girls are driving like they don't know Jesus and the pardon of their sin. Oh my God, they driving like they don't have no hope. So look, y'all, it's been real. I'm out. I'll talk to y'all maybe at lunch. We'll see. Got some things coming up this weekend. Y'all have a good one. Peace and love. Bye.